Hey Eagle fans, it's EaglefanKarl. This is going to be my prediction video for tonight's game against the Washington Redskins. I'm not going to do a full statistical analysis on this like I do on some of the other games, because frankly, when it comes to these division games, it doesn't usually matter as much. When you look at the matchup with us and the Redskins, a lot of the statistics are even. But if you look back at the first time we played them, it ended up being a lot of the miscues that ended up being the determining factor in terms of who won that game. Specifically, I'm talking about the fact that we turned the ball over twice to their once. There was also two missed field goals. Well, one missed field goal, one missed extra point for us. All those things could have added up to be the difference of the ball game. There was also a bad penalty we took on an illegal formation call that was at the end of the first half that called back a touchdown that we would have scored and ultimately ended up resulting in the missed field goal that we had, so we didn't get any points on that drive. So you put all that stuff together and it ended up being a game where really we beat ourselves. They did outgain us, but the fact that we were scoring touchdowns and they were scoring field goals was sort of what evened that out. And I sort of see this game going a little bit the same way in terms of the fact that it's going to end up being who makes the most mistakes in this game, being the team that's going to lose, as opposed to a team making a lot of good plays to win the game. Just the way that these two teams have played all year, I think that's the way it's going to go. If you look at the Redskins' schedule, though, they really haven't won any games on the national stage. In fact, one of their worst losses of the season came on the national stage when they lost at home on Monday night against the Cowboys and looked really bad doing it, frankly. And I think that's one of the things that they're just not quite used to playing these big games on the national stage. The Eagles have had a lot more experience doing that and a little more success as well. So I think ultimately we'll be able to do enough to minimize our mistakes and figure out a way to pull this one out. If you watched my NFC East prediction video I did 2 weeks ago, you'll know that I predicted the Eagles would win this game back then. I'm not going to move off of that. So I'm going to say the Eagles will win this game 27-23. And ultimately, that will continue the season, as if the Redskins win, obviously they'll win the division. If we win, it goes to next week and will be determined by what happens tomorrow night when the Giants play the Vikings, and then the two division games next week, us and the Giants, and then the Redskins and Cowboys. So we'll see what happens with those games. But for now, I think the Eagles will save their season and keep it going tonight with a win against the Redskins. And I'll try and check in after the game and let you know what I thought. Until then, fly Eagles fly.